J43R underscore was first.
J43R underscore. Let's go. What up, Shade Wolf? What up, Said Anime? Were you fast enough this time? You were before the stream elements came up. I'd say that counts. Fast enough. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I typed in the thing, let them know I am available to bango if they want to bango. And otherwise, we'll solo bango. We solo the bango. Bango. Break your streak twice. Okay, so this. Open up the randomizer. Open up the squares. It's Mitchin time. Why does the Discord overlay want to put itself on everything? One day you'll claim first. Well, you'd have to be here before, you know, before the stream starts for that to happen. If you're waiting for the notification, you're never gonna get it. You're gonna be too slow every time. What up, Yokum? Been doing what to you? Oh, the Discord thing. The Discord overlay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's recent that it's like tried to put itself over everything. It's like, how do you recognize this as a thing you can put yourself over? It's the like the bingo board thing. Like, what? How am I getting a Discord overlay on the bingo board? That's not even like a video game. What up, Yathlin? Lilag, hello. Okay, if I was gonna rush Dry Leaf Dane, I mean, should I focus on just rushing the true rushes? Because we don't have like infinite time tonight, so let me just mark the ones that I actually think would be rushed, that we can actually like worry about those ones most. That one. Practice. Rolling Giant, Lightning Ram, honestly, not really, because you still have to get set up. Even though it is closer than Perfumed Oil of Rana, I feel like that's just not something you do. 2 Forges could be. 5 Hefty Pots could be. Ashes of War could be. Hanging Pot Bell Bearings definitely could be. Okay, I think those are the ones that truly I might rush, that are actually worth like putting in the time, put in the hours. We stay hungry, we devour. Don't have infinite time tonight? They took away my infinite time privileges. They really did. I can no longer be in 3 places at once, only 2. Well, they did just finish their match, so I'm gonna give it a sec. I'm gonna sneak in on listening to their conversation and see if they're gonna need another player.
It actually
Golden
cooks, like,
nod.
NPCs.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Especially if you hit him with the
NPCs, huh?
opener, it does a decent amount of stagger.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Instead of watching, I'll just join the Discord channel and directly listen to them.
Also, you got us on the
Did you go from
Egon's
Blessing
finger.
America?
Yes, I was super slow. Yeah, Sweat beat me on that. I was super slow.
Yeah, he skipped the.
It was about to end when I
Shadow
started
Creep
streaming.
fragments.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
waiting
the
for it to
church.
end
Okay,
before I
see,
started
see.
streaming, and then I was like,
considering it. And I
we're
was
already
like,
really late to start streaming. I'm just
But
gonna
If I'm
start.
going on a race against you, I'm always gonna skip that probably.
I mean, that's fair. It's honestly fair. It's only like one Shadow Blessing, which by the end is not going to mean anything. So
I don't think it really slowed me down on any square, did it?
Mana.
it really shouldn't if you get, you know,
I mean,
Sky
Bale
to
took
5,
me
it's like
forever, but I
enough.
was just doing that for practice.
Mhm. Did
Yeah,
you
after.
check the?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Did you check the dragon at all, Sweat? The Ghost Flame Dragon? or
What's
no?
that emote?
It had the rock
I,
shots
you
at
know,
the
I don't
time.
know. I don't know why
I
why
picked
that
up
exists.
for Senesax.
Nah, yeah.
I didn't want to use the Great Club against Senesax, so
It sucks.
Why does
One
why
of
does
the-
ADLS just fuck, dude? I'm fucking up Godric right now. This incantation is broken.
You got enough faith for that shit?
Langston
It's only
CBD's team was
26.
Blitz. I like
Oh,
that
wait,
one.
really?
Yeah.
That's a good.
I
That's a
asked
good
him the
Oh,
same
name.
thing. I'm like, you don't know
Oh,
faith.
okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
Like-
ADLS is
what's up,
crazy.
Skyblader?
Crazy damage, dude.
That's like the
Plus
most
zero seal.
damage dealing.
Because
Thing
you
in the
needed
game or
to see
incantation
feet
at
least? Like, hit
position and
everyone
Lies of
with
P
it, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
We did line things up by
Well,
looking at.
Did you?
Yeah.
What were you going
that's
for,
true.
Swed, at the end?
Right
there?
now, I'm on my way to Midra,
Oh,
just
okay.
in the forest.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I had like infinite options. Like I could have done anything at this point.
Yeah, like I was just like, I mean, I gave up on it like when I went for Bale because I was like, I need to
Zoinks
practice.
for
So like, this
Zoodle
is
and
more
Planks.
practice.
That's a
I'm gonna
good
go
one.
fight Bale. I died
That's
to
a
him
good
like
one.
3 or 4 times, and then I had a good fight and got him.
Yeah, I mean, the play was fine. Like you guys controlled that area of the map, which I was able to sneak in, get Senesax, then leave. But I think that was fine,
I
honestly.
think I might be able to sneak
Yeah.
out larval tears while they're.
I was gonna
Still
do
post-game
PK,
discussing.
but I jumped into the Stone Coffin Fisher, and then I died trying to do that skip that saved like 2 seconds.
Oh
like,
my
one
god, the one around the
around
outside of
blood
the.
feed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I died there. Went all the way back to Sterling Coast because I didn't grab any graces, and then I just went back and did it because I'm like he probably thinks I'm on Letta or Consor right now because I killed
Yeah,
Romina
probably.
super early.
That's pretty good
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah. Oh, also the dagger, by the way, in the forge, the dagger in the Anvilhammer forge can drop backhand blades. I got that
Okay.
from the dagger check.
Really, bro.
So
What was your weapon, Chris?
we'd always do the alien
Alabaster.
Village. I do want to time one thing for larval
Where'd you get
tears. I
that?
think.
Get a
The
master.
chest.
Oh, I didn't even check it. I got Rakshasas from Magmorum.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably got a good katana. Like every katana is.
Listening to a
viable.
podcast right now, pretty much.
I mean, like if you get
Well, I
great
guess it
katana
has to
in
be
this
somber.
game, yeah.
I just can't wait for the Moonville game, dude.
Moonville, that
What?
shit.
It didn't go up. Oh.
Midge.
hello,
Alright, well, it's good to know that's good. Yo, what up, Mitch?
yo.
Meech.
You got to play one more for Mitch, dude.
Bitch.
But you have to.
Yeah.
No,
play
you don't
one.
have to. You don't have to.
No,
I have.
hey, Mitch, hush.
Oh, sorry. You have to. You have to. It's required.
I do one more for Mitch.
One more
Got
for
it.
Mitch.
Midge.
No one even refers to you in my
Yeah, I
chat
know
as
how
Mitch
strong these
anymore.
are.
It's just the emote.
Mitch. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way I
Good
like
emote.
it.
It's my only greeting in Mitch's chat. It's the only one that,
Yep.
that makes sense, dude. Just the
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Mitch.
It just works for every situation.
Mhm.
You guys ever see that one video of the guy like in Lake of Rot and like he's looking at a death stain or a blood stain, and then like he clicks one, and then the guy it's after Lake of Rot, and it's the first grace that you get, and he tries to like set up the grace, but then he does an emote because he's on PlayStation, and then like he dies because he did the
To, like,
emote to get
rot?
the grace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are there motion gestures in this game,
Yeah,
just
not
like
too
in
great.
Bloodborne?
Yeah, if you're on
They
PlayStation,
charged
That's
it.
crazy. They still have
Yeah.
that nonsense. That's
and you
actually
can't turn it
insane.
off.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't turn it off for Bloodborne either. I thought they'd actually will have like
Turn off
evolved
what?
from that at that point.
Motion gesture things, like motion control emotes.
Wet sock. Yep, that's our team name.
Wait, how'd you get the Minecraft open door sound, by the way, on your Discord?
You can.
Did you pay for the
432.
Live
Mega
Nitro,
Nitro?
yeah.
432. Someone write
No,
that
no,
down.
I mean, it's
432
just
start.
normal Nitro.
432.
But yeah, you can set it whenever you join a thing. Have the sound play.
That was the first time I heard it.
You said any sound or from a list?
Well, from a soundboard. So you
Gotcha.
can upload any sound, really. Yeah.
Ah.
So you could do the Vine Boom whenever you join.
I
Like,
could,
boom,
but I
GG's,
kind of like the
guys.
Minecraft door open more. I feel like that'd be a little BM.
It'd be so toxic. It's like you get your 13 square, it's like boom, and then you go and boom.
Boom.
These guys.
Boom. Yeah, let me go to the bathroom, get some water, and then go again.
Okay. I'm just timing some stuff in the meantime.
Sounds good.
Timing stuff. This guy like tries
Two.
hard or something.
Yeah, what the
542.
like, actually
542.
timing shit
Write that
in this
down.
bingo
542.
weekend? That's
A minute 10.
crazy,
A
Mitch.
minute 10.
Wow.
A minute 10.
It's crazy.
It really, it truly is. It truly is.
I'll be back.
556. Write that down. 556. Write that down. 556.
Rip Sweat in Chris's stream.
One time, so I was still in the lobby, and then like I I just like unmarked and marked his square like 5 times. He was like, he wasn't even playing like Elden Ring anymore. He was like on the Mario or something.
What
Do we have a seed?
this guy have?
Oh wait, Mitch is the seed.
Capital? 'Cause,
Lowercase.
you know.
No, lowercase,
Oh.
lowercase, all
Okay,
lower.
okay.
It's just a GE at the end, right?
Yep.
Cranial vessel candle stand. Never seen this weapon before in my entire life.
Oh, is that the?
Oh, that one. Yeah. No, I
Other
actually
one?
used that.
Here?
Yeah, in some practice. It actually was okay, like
That's
surprisingly.
I mean, yeah, it's a great hammer. So
Yeah.
decent.
Oh,
I didn't use
great
the
hammer.
great club.
Mhm.
The
I
great
only
club
used
is
that in-
kind of sick.
9G plus 100 run. Yeah, it's not that bad. The Asher War is terrible though.
Yeah. If you can find a time to use it, it can do damage, but okay,
So,
yeah,
Mitch,
this one
how's
takes
your,
like twice as long.
Have you ever checked the Milady yet in a real match? Does that actually work?
No, I feel like it's too slow.
Yeah.
Like everything's just
It's just
too
because you're on
rushy.
foot the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
you have to run on foot for like 30 seconds or something like that to get to like the ladder.
Yep.
You're also in combat too, I think, when you get the weapon.
Thanks to Scarrow.
Yeah, you are in combat, so you have to quit out and then warp away.
I don't know if you heard, but if you check the dagger and the anvil hammer forge, it's actually a backhand blade check. Well, it's a
Well, it
dagger
could
and
be.
a backhand blade check.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same type of check as checking the backhand blades themselves, but technically
Yeah.
a slightly better chance to have backhand blades because backhand blades can't be backhand blades like the regular ones because nothing randomizes to itself.
Yeah.
As far as I
and
know.
it's like, I mean, if you're going for the forges, it's less time consuming than the backhand blade check.
Yeah.
'Cause if
I mean,
you
I'm
just
not.
grab it
I
while
don't
the
love
thing is
backhand
coming down.
blades personally, but I know you guys got very used to it in season 4.
Well, I used it this match because I wanted to do Mesmer hitless, but the Great
yeah.
Club is too slow for that.
I mean, you
In my
can do it.
opinion.
You just have to like, be careful with your opportunities.
The Blade of Calling, dude.
The worst dagger in the game.
Dude, getting this weapon is just so sad.
It's terrible.
I don't really check the backhand blades anymore. I just don't think it's worth it.
It's also the third worst weapon in the game.
What is it behind? Or what is it ahead of?
Cypherpod and coated sword.
Oh, I see.
Talking like okay, my opinion is slightly skewed. This is like NG plus 7 scaling, right? When like you can have like everything under the sun like maxed out and everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
Sweat is the one going to bed, and Blanks is staying, and Chris. Is that
No,
right?
I'm subbing.
Oh,
out.
Blanks is going to bed. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, Sweat's staying, I think.
Yeah.
You better be.
I'm
You better be.
here.
Had to change the old title.
I'm getting Whataburger after this. I deserve it.
Whataburger.
I like Whataburger.
Dude, the melt, I'm addicted to their heckin' melts, dude.
I had a
Addicted, I
few
say.
things from there, and like the times that I had it when I was in Texas, and I don't know, everything they had was just like, why is this just better than other fast food burgers? Like, it's still a fast food burger, but it's like, I mean, it doesn't compare to like McDonald's. It's just way better.
Burger.
If somebody made the melts that they made like at their house, I would be gushing over it. Like, yeah, it doesn't really. I don't think fast food.
It's just
I more
better.
think burger joint. You know what I mean?
I don't know that I'd go
Yeah.
that far, but
Like the vibe isn't, but the dude, I'm telling you, I'm in love with these melts.
Ever been to the melt? No. What is that? What's the melt?
Huh? A melt typically is
No, logic.
it's on-
Asked Sweat. Have you ever been to the melt?
oh, never mind.
Have
Just wanna
you?
know what the melt? I don't know. What's the melt? I'm ready for what it's worth. Chris here?
Yeah, Chris
Yes,
is here. What's
I'm
your weapons, Chris?
A crossbow and a great sword.
oh, I need to join the lobby.
Right? Is that what you have?
Yeah, and like Radon's gauntlets or Moog's gauntlets,
Yeah.
whatever those are.
Cool. Oh yeah. So when exactly? We can boot in before the timer hits 0, right?
Yes.
Mitch, why the fuck are you on green team?
Why not?
There you go. Are we allowed to move once we load in, or we have to stand still?
You are allowed to move. You open the door when time reaches 0.
Okay, so you can stand right at the door. Okay. Cool.
So goddamn cool.
Yeah, up until like
Mhm.
last game, I had just been waiting on character select.
Oh, Lamau. Okay.
Yeah. And even then, I wasn't even at the door. Last game has a few seconds. But yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
All right. I'll move down.
We're moving up. Oh no.
Oh wait, no,
there's
you guys
nowhere-
move up. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will
Good
catch you
luck.
guys later.
Thanks for playing,
Uh,
Blanks.
Later, Blanks.
Hey.
GG's.
Ta-ta. Mitch, leave.
Hold on. I won't let me tab out because of this stupid flashbang protection
What are you
thing.
doing here
Mitch,
still?
he's trying to
I'm
get
going.
information from it.
There we go.
Yeah. Good old Elden Ring not letting me tab out.
ADM. Wow, the left column is just all combined.
Oh my, yeah.
Uh,
Look at all that blue. Okay, thinking about... Ooh, 4 DLC talismans, drain the water. Those are the 2 that look good to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go 4 talismans to start.
okay. Fucking tree spirit, dude. Great katana. Oh, rotten battle hammer. I love that, dude.
Good luck, Mitch.
Can't use it though.
Thank you for the good luck.
I gotta start with Bloodfiend 4 because I'm gonna go for Cave or Grottos, I think.
Okay. I'm also gonna try a slightly different start than I normally do.
Goodbye.
Starting with
So going
strength
for
and X tiers. We'll see if that works.
You're going for 4 talismans, right?
4 talismans, yep. 4 talismans into drain the water if I see that it's, you know, not been taken from me. How is it day again? Talking to Kale sets it to day?
Did you rest of the race? I don't know.
There's something weird that always happens at the start. If I go to round table, it sets it today. If I like talk to Kale and shop, it sets it today. There's something weird that happens. I swear, if I blink, it's suddenly day. Here we go. Still. Oh yeah, they are team wet sock because they could not be team youtube.com/@lilaggy.
Yep. Really unfortunate, really.
Yeah. It's so unfair that we got to be cool bitch Driz.
I mean, they could have just named themselves like bitch or something, right?
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
After I drain the water, do you want to do turtle talismans if it's still available?
Yep.
I feel like, yeah, that's been a pretty good one for us.
I got one cave, one god boss. We will see how it's panning out here.
Three. And I'm not gonna be greedy with it. I'm just gonna go right there, so I will be slower on the ones after the rush.
Right. This should be me. Dang it, dude.
Oh. That's alright. I think I snipe Vswed here, so.
Alright. I wonder what the difference was. Might have been my sort of Godric fight.
That's me.
I don't know if I go for Godric Straight Rune.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you get drained the water, I probably should, right?
That's true.
Alabaster's okay. Jeez.
And that would be a boss with the word God in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I am eyeing
Wow,
Ancient
that's
Dragon Man
crazy.
soon-ish after all
Okay.
the gathering, since it's the center square.
Mm-hmm.
is on there. It's a very like non-synergistic board. I feel like this is like a weird one to plan out. Like usually I have a pretty good idea of what's gonna be like good stuff to go for, but on this one I'm just like, I don't know. Like you could just kind of go for anything and they're all like fine. You know? Oh, not show feet.
Let me know, like, if you want anything combined right now. I'm just setting up. I'm getting a +10.
Yeah, I think us setting up separately is fine for
okay.
right now. Oh, at some point I'm probably gonna do the furnace golem like with furnace pots kill, and
Okay.
send it. I'll have to send it to Domo and ask if it's allowed, because there's a little trick you can do to make it faster.
Like what?
Apparently, if you just don't look at him exploding, it kills him in 1 pot instead of 3. Couldn't tell you why. You just don't look at it. If you're just a cool guy that doesn't look at explosions.
Does it look at? That's exactly what I was thinking. It's hilarious. That's so funny.
Because I assume at least the normal way of throw 3, you know, totally fine.
Yeah.
And it's not even like slow necessarily to do that. It's just it could be slightly faster. Well, unless they go for it first, but I don't know. That does not seem like a rushing square.
Yeah. It depends on the weapon you get too.
Yeah, I haven't even checked weapons yet. Yeah, you do also have to put sunglasses on. That's true. Yeah. It's a requirement.
Isn't that like a thing in Resi 4 where if you put sunglasses on Leon, he doesn't get like stunned by flashbangs or something?
I did not know that, but that's hilarious. That makes
Somebody
sense.
in my chat told me that, but I don't know if it's actually true.
Mm-hmm. That does seem like a very Resident Evil thing to do.
You know, I don't even have to kill Idiot here. Just under control.
Oh. Draining now.
All right.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I gotta upgrade my shit, so I could go for God's Great Rune.
Yeah, if you can, that would be cool. I think my next plan is ADM. Does it only work on the sleeping one or all of them? I've only seen that on the sleeping one. Works on all of them, but it's hard to get enough height to put it into the top. A lot of them, they will have a convenient spot to get above them, and you're supposed to do it. But the one in Gravesite Plain, there's no convenient spot unless you make it yourself with a little parkour.
I remember when that was going to be the meta for the disc bounty.
Yep, that's what made me think of it. I only know things that have existed in speedruns or bounties.
Yeah. It's
That
the
is
same
the
thing
sum
in
total of my
DS3.
knowledge.
Like, whenever people ask me things about DS3, I'm like, if it's not a no-hit run, I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Yep.
That NPC? No idea. Who are they?
Mags. And that's, yes, certainly non-somber.
Yeah, it sounds like a somber weapon. It doesn't look like it, though.
Yeah, you look at it and it's like, oh, that's just a big axe. That's non-somber.
Yep. Should I go for Godrick's Great Rune? Because I don't know, like, he could still beat me there. The only thing is, I mean, it is a god boss, and I could just go kill 2 of the god bosses, I guess. But...
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's worth putting pressure on, but if you really just think you're going to lose it, don't worry about it. But
well, it's a god boss regardless, so I could just go and fucking do Altus bosses.
Yeah. Ah, he did go for ADN. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, yeah, so it makes a lot of sense for me to go here anyways.
Yeah.
I could make my way towards Rykard. I don't know if doing Rykard would make sense.
Yeah, I'm either going to go Scorpion Stew now or Turtle Talisman, if you wanted Turtle Talisman.
Oh. Would you want to get that now?
I can, but I don't have to.
I don't have to either, because of the Great Rune.
Yeah, I'm a little in kind of like a almost holding pattern. It's like it's just a weird board.
Yeah. I got market down.
Cool. Wonder if Wing of Estelle's worth it. The Ash can hit multiple times. I wouldn't use Wing of Estelle over just a Great Hammer or Great Axe or whatever this is.
I don't know how the resistances are in the DLC, but that is a fantastic weapon.
The Wing of Estelle?
Yeah.
Okay. I've used it a few times and I didn't love it.
The
I liked
stack
it, I thought it was
potential on
cool, but it was
is-
weird.
Is just insane. But I mean,
Okay.
like, with fast-moving things, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. That's the one that like sends
Obviously-
out a thing on its R2, right?
Yeah, the Charger 2 sends out the extra projectile.
Yeah. Any tips on Estelle? You just kind of have to learn his moves. They're kind of weird. Stay under him, and sometimes his moves will just kind of go over your head. But whenever he like goes up, like he's gonna slam the ground, you gotta then run out. It's a in-out
I'm
type of
thinking,
fight.
man, I just don't know if I should. Godrick's great rune. I want to kill Godric. God, this is a hard decision. Godric's dead.
Nice.
What do you think? Should I go for it?
I think, yeah.
Yep. I will do the YOLO rolling through the golem arrow.
Okay.
Never mind, I just got killed to opening ballistas.
Oh.
Wait, does what's his face do your runes even after you kill Godric? Hopefully not.
I have no idea, actually.
He doesn't. Alright, good.
Nice. I'm heading into Dancing Lion.
Didn't get the roll, but I mean,
Sure do love random lightning. Died.
it's all good. Oh, you're doing this for scorpions too. I just saw that.
Yeah, scorpions too.
I'll try to get god bosses. And, no promises. Already like what going for him here.
fencing line down. I'm going to remember to grab the helm. Because I've made that mistake before.
Have my and take ready let my soul.
Put out, and I should have it in just a sec. We
I just need
might.
one more.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you can get the god bosses, we shouldn't have to worry about that opposite diagonal.
Yeah.
Scorpions 2 acquired. That was me.
Cool. I do have a stone sword key. Nice. Where did I pick it up?
Nice.
Where the fuck did I pick up a stone sword key? What if I got it from Stormhill Shack?
I think I'm going Furnace Golem next.
Okay. I'm about to get to the Everjail, my last god boss.
Okay.
Alright, last god boss.
Okay. I can actually pivot from here to Turtle Talisman, if you think that would be good. Or if you want to just go straight for Hayata. I don't know
No,
if you want to actually finish it.
I can turtle talisman. It's fine. I
Okay.
don't think Hayata. I mean, you know what? I don't know.
I mean,
Should I
they're at
just-
least forced to block, so if you want to go for it, if you think there's a chance you win that.
Should I simply?
I think simply.
All right.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
I kind of forgot the route from third grade.
I'll be honest, I have no idea where any grapes are, so I cannot.
Wait, where is Hayata? She's not here.
You have to have Arena dead?
You have to have her dead?
I think so. Or you have to have, like, done the quest that... Because Hayata is Arena.
I-
Right?
I could have sworn she's there just like after Godric.
You know, I don't know.
Oh, whatever. I'll make my way kind of over towards the ruins, and then I will go kill Arena.
Okay.
Oh, where am I landing?
Need to get the letter, apparently. He has to be dead by the quest. The one from Edgar. Okay, I don't know.
In order for Hayata to show up,
Something that's what my chat is saying. I have
so
not
you
done
have
that.
to get the letter. Is what they said.
Yes.
No, there are two ways to do it. Getting the
Okay.
letter in the quest is the longer way to do it, but I just don't remember.
Gotcha.
God, Zudo explained it to me, but I could have sworn that he said all you have to do is kill Godric. Fuck, dude. What was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's here. Okay, cool.
Okay. Furnace going down.
Nice.
I'm gonna go for the turtle talisman next, and you can collect it whenever. I don't have like
Alright.
anything else really to do right now.
I didn't have to kill Irina. Just by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I guess she naturally dies if you whatever you did. I have no idea.
I don't. Oh, when like she, yeah, like when you warp away, I think she's dead after you get the letter.
Oh,
You have to
okay.
talk to her.
Okay.
I too. Oh, are you not affected? Of St. Tree would kind for falling. The problem is, I would suck. Just give me the word.
Is the deadly poison bottle good against Dane?
It's okay. Like all of those are just okay.
Okay. There's no like super preferred one. Not that I can really target it anyway.
I mean, I guess like the frost one would maybe be the best one. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I have the poison one. I don't know if it's worth checking a second perfume.
I would
Probably
just
not.
run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty easy one to level up to because that's the only somber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just dies anyways. She's dead. Okay. She always dies, yeah. No matter the outcome, she always dies. And yet you guys decolon me when I speed along the process.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got the third one pretty soon.
Nice. I do have my turtle talisman, so if we don't get it, whenever you're ready.
Yep. All right. Cool. Thankfully I was corrected. There were 2 ways.
Nice.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Here it is.
There. Wow.
Holy dude. Let's head down.
Yo, GG's, guys.
Yo,
Yo, GG's. How do you do the grape quest again, CBD?
Okay.
That's what we were
Okay,
wondering.
So you have to talk to Irina. I think you might have to have Godric dead too, but you
I
have
thought
to
you
talk
could just
to
kill
Irina.
Edgar.
No, this is the slower way. So the fast way is to talk to Irina.
Okay.
but
I
you get
killed
the
her.
letter.
Okay, I got the
but
letter.
You might be able to kill her too. I don't know, but like then you have to go to lake facing cliffs, right where Hayata is. Give
Good
her the
luck.
grape, right?
She wasn't there.
Yeah, but you after you talk to Irina, right?
Oh, is it because I killed her?
Did he kill her
Killing
and then go
Irina
over?
will prevent Hayata from spawning.
Oof.
Ah, okay.
If you kill Arena, Hayata won't spawn? I thought that was how you... Okay, well,
Oh.
my
Oh,
bad.
no,
I
no,
think
s-
she
no,
has
no,
to be
someone-
killed by
so-
the other
yes.
means.
Yeah, the
Ah.
quest. So you have to talk to her, and then when you warp away, then that's when she dies, right? And then you go to Hayata, and then
Right.
the ruins, and then you don't have
Edgar
to come
will
into
be
invading.
invading.
Yeah,
you don't have to go to
the
Castle Moon,
Revenger
yeah.
Shack. That's the fastest
Okay,
way to do
right.
it.
That's not. I remember that now. Yeah. What boss did you do? Soldier Godric, Melania, God Defroy, Godskin Apostle.
No, Godric,
Oh wait, Godric, right?
Godric, Soldier Godric, Godfrey, and Godskin Apostle.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't do Melania. I figured not. Yeah, I
yeah,
was
Melania.
just starting phase 2 of Rykard when you marked that. So.
I thought you were going that way because it was on the board. I'm like, I think I can probably get there first.
Yeah, if we got that, I think we just won because Swed was just going straight to Midra, and that would have been my second great rune to go to Capital,
Yeah,
into- gold free into the sewers. So, dang, we just kind of wanted to try the Hail Mary.
Sneaky.
The Hail Mary, yeah.
I just didn't think that the other God boss would be. I mean, I guess it takes a long to run from Godskin Noble to Rykard.
And to kill Rykard, it takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a slow fight. 'Cause you got to use the basic Serpent Hunter.
However,
Calm
you
One
guys
is
can
all
now
for
accuse me of
Jesus.
cheating for how I killed the Furnace Golem.
Oh, here we go. Here
Pausing,
we go.
champing.
It's
So-
interesting.
Yeah, you guys
It's a
know that
very
you can
vital
throw
square.
the hefty furnace pots into it to kill it, right? From the
Oh,
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, if you turn away when it actually collides with it, it just
Oh,
like
no.
damages it multiple times and it just dies.
That's
in one
crazy.
pot instead of 3.
That's the tech.
The
Oh,
tech.
really?
Yeah.
It's cool.
What
The way the game
why?
calculates
How does that
damage
work?
is just
Yeah.
wrong when you're not looking at things.
Like your camera too, or what?
Just your camera. Your character doesn't matter. It's if your camera is not
Okay, yeah, that
having
makes
it
sense
on
then.
screen. It just yeah. So I'm gonna send a clip of that to Dom and ask if that's
just,
okay
like,
or
make
not.
Sure your cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I guess make sure it's okay or not. Yeah.
Yeah, because like it technically isn't exclusive to the furnace golems. It's just that's like the most useful part. But technically, anything that you like throw and then look another direction that has an AOE, that could happen. So like it's a weird one. It can just happen without you meaning to a lot of the time. It's basically like a rendering bug kind of thing.
And you did it on purpose.
I did it
so
on purpose.
We won that
yes.
match.
Yeah, that's right. For
you
a square
admit
that
yourself
didn't
because
matter.
you won the other ones. Sorry.
No, that was just an oopsie.
Oh,
That was an,
Oopsie daisy.
Oh, sorry. Actually, mine was an oopsie
Very
too. I didn't
different.
mean to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was like, wait. I think I see a shiny coin on the ground, and I had to look over at it, and then it died. Wow, it was weird.
There's no shiny coins in this game.
You know, I thought I saw one. I mean, there wasn't, but I thought I saw one.
If there would be a shiny coin, I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be pretty crazy.
That would be pretty crazy.
So since it wasn't like that long of a match, like one more from Mitch, right? One more from Mitch, right? Like just one more, right?
I
Just,
think we're good.
just
That was
one more, right?
You guys can like 1v1 though, and like play both sides at the same time. Like, you know, that'd work.
What does that even mean?
It just
how
means
would
like
you
you
do
just
that?
like you just do it. I don't know.
So
There you
true.
go. It do be that time of the night.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got the wife and kids to attend to.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, they're already being attended to. Shit. Yeah. Anyway.
Alabaster
GGs.
sword, I'm guessing, is what you had.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 for
So,
3.
did you go
from
for
me
Crescent
today.
Moon Axe?
no, I used the what's this thing called?
Nagakiba.
Yeah.
Oh, you went for the katana check?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I was gonna use the Crescent Axe, and Chris was like, just go check Katana check. I was like, fine, I'll go
Yeah,
check.
like that check will always be better than just random. Or like
I
than
like
that
Great
stuff.
Axe. Crescent Moon
do
Axe are my beloved. So
Yeah, I like the
Maybe I'm
Crescent Moon
thinking
Axe
of a
too. I've
different.
used it recently.
Let me.
It's a good weapon.
it's your standard Great Axe moveset. You hit him from above.
Crescent Moon Axe.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, great. That wouldn't be too bad actually. With what's it called?
Hope you're well, Christo. I'm gonna hop out of
Lion's
the call
Claw.
Okay.
though and
Yeah.
do all that stuff. Thank you for the games. I appreciate it.
GG's.
Alright.
I'll end the shared chat. Goodbye, Mr.
Bye,
Vswed chat.
Mr. Chris's chat room. Everyone wave bye. Bye.
Oh, I already ended
Oh
it.
well, okay. Let go.
I wanted to wave bye too.
Peepo wave.
All right, see ya. Yeah, I'll be heading out too.
Okay.
All right.
5 hours of
demo-
Elden Ring? Holy shit,
Demo
dude.
posted
That's
the
crazy.
heckin' overlays too. Just beware.
Yeah, he sent
Oh,
some.
yeah, for tomorrow. Poggers.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks for playing, gamers. It was fun.
Yep.
Bye
I'll see you
bye.
guys tomorrow. Or are we playing?
We don't
Wait.
play each other
we're-
tomorrow, but we both play tomorrow, just not each other. I'm pretty
No, we
sure.
play tomorrow.
No,
we?
we play each other.
Yeah.
We have two
Oh.
games. Mitch.
Oh, you guys have
Uh,
back-to-back games.
We do have
yeah, we don't
back-to-back games.
We don't play on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, there they are. They're the third match. Okay. Or no, yeah. Who was I thinking then that was playing early? I thought you guys were playing early. That's what Swed was saying. But no, that's not the
On
case.
Saturday we're playing early.
On Saturday. Oh.
Saturday.
Okay, well.
Saturday. Okay. Ta-ta.
Ta-da.
Ta-ta.
I get to face us already exhausted. SMH.
Yeah, I guess there's not really much to talk about for the board.
That was, yeah. I mean, I feel like we had a good plan, and that's the important thing, and it worked.
This is the type of board that I feel like sometimes I'm just gonna give up a rush square just to go for like mid-game synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, just getting ahead in general would just be a whole lot better than getting one square, even if it's on the diagonal, I guess.
Yeah. I'd say the only thing, because I feel like we are certainly one of the faster teams, if not possibly the fastest overall at getting squares.
Yeah,
I'd
maybe.
say for us, it's mostly about like how do we control lines. Because
Yeah.
I feel like that's often how we lose is just like, oh, there was this one line and we just were not able to block it. So that might be the only thing we think about for tomorrow.
Yeah, super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No combination scores were gotten this game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do think combination squares in general are slower. Because obviously they take work from both players.
Yeah.
So they do feel like the ones that you would... I mean, some are kind of rushable, like Turtle Talismans, but a lot of them is just like... You go for it when you need that square, not for just like, I'm just going to go for it.
Well, okay. Alrighty then.
Alrighty.
Good luck with. Are you practicing?
Yeah. I'll be practicing.
Well,
Not
good
for
luck
too
with
much
hacking
longer because I
practice.
don't want to, you know, be tired. But
Yeah, I'm getting something to eat. Everything. All right.
oh yeah.
Bye bye. Bye, Mitch's chat.
Bye bye. All right. Cool. Another win in the books. There we go. And so now we shall swap ourselves over back to... Oops. All rush squares. I'll change the Twitch title back again. Bingo practice. Oops. All rush squares. For exclamation bingo tomorrow. Here we go. You happen to have a YouTube video about all this season's bingo squares. I do not have a video about all this season's bingo squares. That would be a cool video to have, but I do not. I do not have that. Also, real quick, I assume nobody made a clip of me doing the fire golem quick kill. So I'm going to make a clip of that real quick and post it in the Discord for Domo to make a ruling on. So that way, we will know for sure if it is allowed or not. Elden roing. Eldem. Okay, so a clip.
Yeah, she's here. Okay, cool.
Okay. Furnace going down.
Nice.
I really didn't say anything. I thought it would have been like, oh, that's so funny that works, but no. No reaction. No good clips. Going down.
Nice.
Okay. Don't feature clip. Furnace, golem, cheese. I saw it. I saw the coin. You did. I told you there was a coin there. Okay, and then when this clip publishes, I'll just, here we go. I'll put it in the Discord. And is this allowed? It's the furnace pots on the furnace golem. But if you look away from it, the game calculates damage differently and it dies in 1 pot instead of 3. It's allowed in glitchless speedruns currently. Okay. We've got our clip there so that I won't be cheating, hopefully. And now we can get back to our practicing. We do love us some practice. There is a schedule, which I think is public. It's view only at the very least. And I think, someone tell me if Domo, I remember him saying to his mods to post the schedule in chat. Does anyone know, did that happen? Is the schedule posted already? So it is public knowledge and me linking it to you guys is not leaking anything. Any knowers? Pin ran out again? Well, can't you set it to never expire? Yes, we know the schedule, the bingo schedule. Okay, well then, here, if anyone is wondering, there's the bingo schedule. Hopefully, the way that I linked that, it gives you just the view-only version. If anyone can edit this, then I messed up royally. Everyone plays 4 times, yep. All right, so we've got, we're playing, me and CBD are playing on Friday, Sunday, and Monday, not on Saturday. Saturday, we get a day off. It's view only. Perfect. No bingo website now, right? Yeah, I don't think it goes on the bingo website. I mean, you could check. Bingo Brawlers. Yeah, it still is just showing the stuff for Season 4. Yep, so there it is. The website's so nice. All right. Let me open back up Elden Ring and we can go on this. Oh, and close stuff that might lag me. We'll do a new random seed. There we go. It's not a season, right? It is not a full season. It's just a little weekend event. Even though it is hosted by Bingo Brawlers, by the Captain Domo. With an underscore. Yeah. Does not go on the website. Caught clipping in 4K. No, I've been caught making a clip. Now there's a clip of a clip. No! Not the clip. Is there anything that the winner gets? As far as we know, no, but maybe there will be a surprise. Maybe there's a surprise prize? A prize surprise? Okay, actual ones that I want to practice. That. Even though I just practiced that, so I guess I don't need to practice that. That. Yeah, I think those are the ones I would actually want to practice as true rushes. So we'll go with kill a boss after inflicting 3 different status effects. Now, I don't... Like, would we just do that with... Also, where's the +0 weapon? Shouldn't that be on the list? Whatever. Just for the fun of the game, I can respect that. Oh, yeah. So, 3... status. Could you do 3 status? Always club only? That's what they did, right? In Season 4? No, Great Katana makes that harder. It does. It makes it a lot harder, yeah. But you would be able to set up for it a bit before it starts because you can buy from Kale immediately. You can get your Freezy Grease, your Roddy Grease on a drawstring, your Poison Grease on a drawstring, which are theoretically enough. You could also even just buy these tiers because you're going to get money afterwards from killing him. And that'll always just help no matter what. And then you kind of just got to pray either that you get a good weapon or you just got to roll with the club. Like, we can definitely practice with just what if you have to roll with the club. And I don't know that it would be the worst thing ever. But yeah, Great Katana would have made it a lot simpler. I think we play it as though we have to roll with the club. Makes, I think, the most sense to me. For, like, what to practice. The status meta was drawstring rot grease after using a frost grease on the Great Katana. Right. And then Tom told me drawstring poison is actually also really good, just like rot. I mean, in this particular case, we'd be going to Round Table Hold either to upgrade our club or to get a weapon that can stagger him. And we hope for a non-somber that can stagger him. But if you don't get one, you just have to be able to roll with the club if you're going to rush this square. So, like, in this case, Morningstar would be perfect. Or, no, Morningstar isn't even going to full stagger him. Gargoyle's Blackblade, though, not greasable. But a great sword should be able to stagger him, so I think you'd actually go... Okay, in this particular case, I believe you would buy Morningstar, use Morningstar, even at +0, to cause your 3 statuses, possibly 4 with bleed. Then I think you would actually swap to Gargoyle's Blackblade, which would be the actual one that you would use for the match and would have leveled up. So you'd actually buy both of these like this. Buckler's cool. You'd actually get the Somber Stones. Which I don't have enough money for fully upgrading, but... Get it close enough. That requires 22 faith. Jacoby, you want to go poison instead of bleed grease? Bleed grease is kind of bad, yeah. You'd upgrade that as much as possible. You'd head back, you'd do the things. Grease up the club? I'm thinking we grease up the Morningstar, I think makes more sense. For science. I mean, Morningstar is the same weapon type as Club, so either way, you're hitting the same. It's just Morningstar has a chance to cause bleed while it's causing the rest of them, which would be a 4th status effect, which is unnecessary, but would be helpful. And then I feel like it's not so... Like, I feel like you probably have time to gather some stuff along the way. Maybe that's incorrect, but... I feel like if you gathered at least a Skidoo fragment, you're probably better off than your opponent who might have skipped it. Blade of Mercy, though, maybe was too much of a time sink. So yeah, this would be kind of a lucky, but also kind of an unlucky pull of weapons from Roundtable. Like, unlucky that we didn't get something that can both stagger him and is non-somber, but lucky that Morningstar was available to proc the statuses. Okay, assuming we're rushing it, I skipped that. Although, actually, I guess also we'd have one Skidoo from Tialier regardless, and you don't get a 2nd level for one more Skidoo. So maybe that Skidoo I picked up was a bad idea. Yeah, well. How much bleed would you get on Morningstar for a boss? It has a bleed buildup of 50, which is, you know, a normal amount of bleed buildup per hit. Afternoon. You only have to worry about Skidoo in the DLC, right? Correct. Skidoo is DLC exclusive. You can only get it in the DLC, and it only affects the DLC. And then the hard part, with a weapon that does not stagger him enough, actually get all your statuses off. Heal up first before I swap to my... Okay, there's a bleed at least, so if I just get rot, we're... Oh, I got completely stuck in the corner. Oh, that sucks. Yo! 5 hits to proc the status. For Frost, it's definitely more. Rot and Poison, though, might be. And then I'd have to just, like, give it up. There was nothing I could do once I got stuck in the corner there. I would just be like, well, square is lost. GG, rip. But for the sake of practice, I'm going to go get some more money and redo it. Oh, I didn't set it to night, so I'm going to get spotted. Blink. Corner cheesed, I was wrong. If you can't stagger him, the corner is just a dangerous place. It doesn't let you dodge around him, and he doesn't care about your attacks. If all you have is a hammer, not a great hammer, then it's not great enough. So for the sake of practice, we'll have at least 2 of everything.
Goodbye.
Just in case. Why not use the butchering knife from the round table shop? Both knives can be greased. You know, my mind didn't even... It skipped over that. Let me see. Is that heavy enough? What type of weapon is that? Oh, it's a great axe. Oh. Yeah, no, that's way better. Well, I'm gonna pretend like that didn't exist, because if that exists, then it's easy. If that exists, then it's easy. I just need to... I need to notice it, because I keep, like, I pass over that weapon because it feels like a trash weapon, but, like... It's not that bad. It's at least a great axe, which would stagger him consistently. And yeah, we'd have an easy time of it. So I absolutely should have done that, but now I'm committed for practice. The hardest boss for you in the DLC? Absolutely not. He's a pretty easy one, but trying to do it on this low level can be a bit tricky. Oh. Oh, yeah, you can't go after... Yeah, I'm so used to a weapon that staggers him that I'm used to, like, oh, after he flies away, you run in and you R1 him and it staggers him. No, you cannot do that. So we have to just let him recover his posture if he does that flying move, I guess. I guess there's no other option. That sucks. Yeah, trying to do this without a weapon that staggers him is really rough. I feel like this maybe is only a rushable square if you can get a weapon that staggers him. And if you don't, you'd kind of just have to, like, not do it at all. Or come back with a great hammer, but then you're even just, like, praying that you're going to get a greasable great hammer. So the rock grease wore out before it got him. so you have to kind of keep the pressure on him with, if you want to do it in a single grease. Okay, he is also now. No way! Are you kidding? Because I had to drink my flask in order to be able to wield the weapon. Oh my god. And then he just gets to kill me from full. Oh, man. Try jump attack? That's actually not a bad idea. Let me try jump attack. I mean, we now know how to do it, but that sucks. I should have drank the flask before walking in is what I should have done. It's just like, because of the amount of money that I needed to spend, and the amount of faith that I needed to get, I didn't feel like I could get enough strength, but I really could have. I should have just made it so I didn't have to drink a flask to fight him, and we would have been fine. Yeah, jumping R1 is definitely not enough.
Good luck, Mitch.
Jumping R2 is, but I don't think it's going to full, like, loop him. It takes way too long. But jumping in at him with an R2 like that is actually not bad. Doing a little... yeah, that's pretty nice still. I heard the news. I don't think I have heard news. So, no? Exactly the biggest event. I know today, but at what time? Starts at noon Central. Noon, like, Central U.S. time. Ah, yes. Jumping R2 is nice. Tom got the all bosses rando death list. Let's go. Yeah, once he made it into the DLC, I figured he would. The DLC is surprisingly kind of the easiest part of it. Because they get replaced with non-DLC enemies. So you're like used to going through the areas very safely against the DLC enemies. And it becomes easier because they're non-DLC enemies. Whereas every other part of the game, you're used to them being easy enemies and they get randoed into harder ones. And I did not figure that Tom would make the mistake I did of falling and dying in the Bellerot jail. Okay, so but now I've got the doing stuff down a little better. Now if I needed to swap, oh. Okay. Places in DLC are very densely packed with enemies. That is true. There are some places. That's actually true. But I mean, I have in that challenge gone through the DLC a few times in runs that had gotten hit and or the runs that had died already before that point. How are you not staggered? There you go. Funny how he can fall off of something while flying. Yeah. So even without the stats to wield it, you can see it's pretty easy once you get to this point. And then with the stats to wield it, bonk, dead. Okay, so I at least know how to do it, but man, that's kind of a rough one. I think I actually want to re-roll it and try it one more time, because I think that's one that's worth being confident on. How come we don't do the finish on him when he's staggered? I usually do. Sometimes it won't let me because I heal and it takes slightly too long and it won't let me. Did it make it harder? What do you mean? Where he was wings to fly, then realized he wasn't touching the floor. He did a little, little Wile E. Coyote. He finally looked down. Huh? Okay. Yeah, do it again. Reroll. New weapons. Make new decisions. And let's see what we get. Okay, I just joined. Well, we're practicing for a bingo event. I think it was a purposeful thing. You can do that purposefully, not take it, and it can be slightly faster, especially with certain weapons. But yeah, in general, I think it's better to just kind of take the riposte in most cases. Okay, 3 statuses again, but hopefully this time more successfully. So I think always 1 frost should always be enough, but I think you then get 2 drawstring rod and 2 drawstring poison. They're not, like, ridiculously expensive, so it's probably fine to do that.
Goodbye.
Okay. Are the drawstring ones just faster? They're faster to use. I think they might also give more build-up per hit, but they last way shorter. Thank you for the hydrate. I would say in general, the regular ones are way better in most situations, but because we are at least supposed to be able to, like...
Good luck, Mitch.
Kind of stagger lock Edred, it should be okay to just use the drawstrings, because you should be able to, like, keep up enough pressure on him. Okay, so let's check here and see what we would have to work with this time. Livonia's hammer is not greasable. There's a flail, not grease. Flail is greasable. Curved greatsword that's greasable, presumably. Colossal sword, non-greasable. So the only one that would be greasable would be the monk's flame blade. And I hope it's greasable. I assume it is, because it's non-somber. It is greasable. Cool.
You'll no matter how you...
And 1 off of max level on it, but that's fine. Want all the grease. Make it greasy. Okay, I am gonna need to rely on the I'm gonna need to rely on the flask in order to have enough stats to fight him, because, yeah, otherwise I just don't have enough money. Timer? There is a timer going. I can just look at when we started and when we ended. I don't necessarily need to time every start. I just need to be confident in the start. If, like, to me, I forgot to actually put them in the thing. Like, if I'm confident, if I know that I'm doing it well, then, like, if the opponent beats me by a few seconds because they know it better, like, me knowing the timing on it isn't really going to change that. And I feel like, in general, deciding which one to go for first, you don't really need to time things. You only need to time things if you want to compare, directly compare two decisions you might make, I think. So, yeah, I know that this is one that I wouldn't go for as a first square very often, but I might. So, like, it's better as an early square than it is as a late square. It would be weird if this was something that you saved for, like, way late in the game. So, whiskey. If you want to see your route is much slower one way versus another. Exactly. If you want to compare two routes, yeah. Directly worrying about the timer is important. For this, it's like, I just want to be confident in it. I just want to get there and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win. Your best shortcut? Like, which skip am I the best at? Compared to others, it might be that one I just did, the Tialier skip. Like, I'm pretty good at that one. And that's a tough one for some people. Or the gravestone skip up on the other side. And I got a message back from Domo saying, try not to look away from the furnace golem. So, we can do it in 3. That's no problem. At some point, you get good enough where you know you should win the fight at least 9 out of 10 times and be good. Right. I would say even 9 out of 10 is kind of on the low side for, like, how often you should be able to win. Like, you want to be able to win, like, you know, 98 times out of 100, hopefully. Maybe that's a little too hopeful, but... that would be quite nice. That would be like, you know, I would say the goal. Now, I don't know if a curved greatsword does always stagger Edred, but I feel like it should. I feel like Bloodhound's Fang, I would expect to stagger Edred. It does. But this one is really stamina intensive. Like, look at that stamina that it consumes. How is he not frosted yet? He ran out of frost grease? If you don't have the stats to wield your weapon, does it not do the frost? I was kind of like planning on doing it at low damage so that I didn't kill him too quickly, but maybe it just doesn't. Let me go grab... I'll grab money again. We'll have the stats to wield it this time. I bet that's the thing. I bet it just doesn't actually deal status if you don't have the stats for it, which would make sense. So I'll just make sure that I have the stats for it next time. I thought I was being a little clever, and instead I was being very stupid. But good to know. I think it does less. Might be the same with incants. Okay. Poison Mist is less effective if you don't have the stats to wield the seal. Oh. Because I know that the buff, like, Black Flame Blade, or not Black Flame Blade, Blood Flame Blade, and Frozen Armament don't care if you have the stats to wield your seal or staff. They have no effect as the buff version, but yeah. Are you doing this for a kill boss while overloaded square and without rolling at the same time? That might have been viewer submitted bingo. It was. I watched that video. I remember that. So we are learning more and more about this square, which is good to know. This one's like a trickier square than you'd imagine. Okay, so this time we first have the stats to use it. Oh, and it costs less stamina if you have the stats to use it. Oh, that's... No wonder it was feeling so horrible. Frosted now. He's rotted now. And I can see the double ticking, so he's poisoned now. Yeah, so this would be how we would do the square. There. Okay, so it's way more viable if you get a weapon that staggers him. You have to have the stats to use it, otherwise it doesn't work. If you don't have the stats to use a weapon, it also costs more stamina. I did not know about that mechanic. And you can do it in 1 of each grease, but safer to buy 2 of each, depending. Okay, so knowledge gained. Knowledge gained about that and how comfortable it is to get. Stats and stagger. Need some Neo effects where if you proc multiple status, they get confusion, take a bunch of extra damage. Yeah. Okay, if we were going to do clear 2 forges as our first square, the fastest 2 would obviously be the one roughly near Tialier. And then the second fastest would be... It's got to be the first one in Altus. Skidoo Altus. The one that gives Meteoric or Blade. Which is not a fast one, but it's a lot closer than the next one, so... Let's try that. Also should go, I'm poisoned when it procs to help you out. It would be nice. It would be a lot easier to tell. I do kind of feel bad that, like, everyone ended up practicing a lot. Not everyone, but, like, many people ended up practicing a lot, and, like, obviously Aggie and Parky had no possible way to do that.
But I can also that you're not then wine. I am caught.
I mean, I don't feel that bad, because they got to do super fun stuff instead, but... Oh, I'm just clearing forges, so I don't actually need to kill anything here. But yeah, it was like a, oh, this will be like a low practice whatever event. And then it's just like everyone's practicing every day. And I'm like, I guess I need to join in. I guess I need to keep up. If the score was 12-12, which square would be the hardest to get for the W? I don't know that there's any hard one to get. There's ones that take a while. Like the one that probably takes the longest is either Defeat Consort or Metter or Midra. Although I guess Metter then even longer would be Jolanne and Anna, but... Yeah, I don't know. It would kind of depend on the board a little, but... Okay, clear 2 forges. Starting from 39, if in case we wanted to time this, which I don't think matters, but... Go! They have the Synergy, Midra, and Hug the Fingers. Yeah, that one takes forever, because it's not only you have to do it, but your partner also has to do it. Yeah, that's probably the longest. Midra and Hug the 3 Fingers is probably the longest square on any board. You know that Dom just yesterday found out that his Monster Hunter World Bingo run was accepted at SGDQ. Yes, we all just found out the bonus games and the schedule. Turns out... I'm shocked, flabbergasted. My Sekiro run, which I thought would be at the end of the event, is at the beginning of the event. Which is strange. But, you know, okay. And then my Get to Work event is also near the beginning. So it's an early one for me. Both are before I was even planning to be at the event because there were no hotel rooms available for the first 2 days. So I was like, okay, I'll just get in on the 3rd day and hopefully that'll be fine. Oh, both of my runs are in the first 2 days? Well, so I had to book a more expensive room that opened up so that I can actually be there for my runs. A long square is called a rectangle. Oh, is that what that is? So I got to pay an extra $400 for 2 nights in the expensive room to make sure that I can be there for my runs. And then, yeah, Domo's is right at the end. But I'm staying the whole time, so I'll get to stay there and see that one as well. How does that SGDQ stuff work? What about, you know, what would you like to know about how it works? Because how it works is a very, very broad question. You actually don't grab this Grace, because I know this forge very intimately, because I was doing it in our all bosses 4 players runs, so I'm not scared of it. Not familiar with it at all. So it's Summer Games Done Quick. It's a charity marathon where it is 24 hours a day for an entire week. There's just speed runs happening with people commentating, with hosts, you know, reading out donations. It's yeah, it's like the largest English-speaking speedrun charity event, period. And it happens twice a year. This is the summer version, the Summer Games Done Quick. However, if you are accepted, which is a big honor and everyone loves to be there, it's an awesome place to be and it's so much fun, you do have to pay for your own flight and hotel, so it is expensive. So I'll be spending like over $1,000 in addition to not working for a week. Bloodfiend's Arm, let's go. So yeah, it's expensive. The flight actually was not that much. The flight was like $250. It's mostly the hotel that's like, could I not pay, you know, $200 a night? That would be great. Luckily, though, split between me and Blanks, because he and I are rooming together. Perfect time for a subathon. True. I mean, I was considering just putting on the screen a little, like, donation tracker, at least. So that, you know, you guys can just be aware that it's that much. And if people choose to donate and recoup some of that loss, then it would be awesome. And again, I changed it to stuff. Okay, so I'm going to assume we are rushing the forge, so I'm just going to skip Fort of Reprimand. I had to submit a special run for it. I don't know that I'd say special, but I submitted a run for it. I looked at the catalog of runs that I have done. I picked one that I thought would... Well, I picked several that I thought would be fun, submitted them all, and got 2 accepted. Most people that submit get 0 accepted, so I'm lucky to not only get 1, but to get 2. Okay, you'd actually go around this way around the forge. I'm not used to that. And I'm going to grab this Grace because I'm not as comfortable in this. And this one. I do know that you run in, you grab this immediately. You wait for this to lower. Don't get hit by that. Get there, basically have to do your best to recreate your run and beat your time. You do not have to beat your time. It's a showcase. It's to a bunch of people that have never seen your run before, make it interesting. Make it be a reason that somebody goes, wow, that was really cool. I want to check more of that out in the future. Right, you have to go out. It's this way. Or not necessarily have people check it out again, but people could just say, wow, that was so cool. I want to donate money to charity because of it. Yeah, you point out around how long it would take, but stuff happens. You don't just say your PB or world record. No. Yeah, you do the opposite of that. You say, okay, if everything went wrong, it would take this long. So I promise I will be done before that time. Okay, not bad. That's not bad. I guess I would wait until it says you got Ruin's Greatsword. So I dinged that a little early. Oops.
Speedruns are expensive.
Speedruns are expensive. Anonymous, thank you for the $69. Nice. Nice. When I get my tracker up, I'll make it say 69 out of $1,000. Let's go. You know, Advanced, who's going to be co-hosting my Sekiro run? I invite people to co-host my Sekiro run, so I need to get on that. I want to have Aggie and Parky, but they probably are not going to be able to make it. So I will probably have Blanks. I know he's going to be there. He's not exactly a Sekiro guy, but he has done a little in the past. And I can tell him what's up, and he can, you know, learn and figure it out. And then I'd like to have at least one person who, like, knows Sekiro, but that might not be possible. And if so, if Domo's there for the whole event, I don't know if he's only coming for when his run is. It could be fun to just have Domo on the couch as well. I explain everything. They ask the questions. Could be a fun time. I don't think you need to have everyone be like super knowledgeable. Although it does help if you can. You should get Chris as your anchor for the guy who knows Sekiro. I did have Chris commentate for my Sekiro randomizer run that I did. We'll do Tialier's Concoction next. Oh, I guess for Tialier's Concoction, I didn't actually need to re-roll the weapons, but oh well. Well, Aggie plus Domo would be Pog. Yeah, Aggie plus Parky plus Blanks or Domo or Chris or like there's... I am personally partial to the me, Aggie, Parky couch. We have done several things together, and it has all gone amazingly, so they're kind of my go-tos if it's something that they know. But, yeah, no. Also, love having Chris or Domo or Blanks. Like, it's all good. But I do play favorites. And my playing favorites is Aggie and Parky. I think the vibes that we have is just always the best. Hey. Okay. Concoction. No Lies of P content, though. Not at this one. I suspect there might be at the next GDQ once the DLC is out. Need a bigger couch, right? Okay, well, since it's just a drink square, I'm not gonna do unnecessary stuff.
Hydrate.
Thank you for the hydrate. Are we kazaning today? No, we are not.
Today?
Well, Brian's delayed. We are not, because it's bingo tomorrow, and as soon as I feel confident on the bingo, which is just going to be these starred squares, I'm getting to bed early so I can get a good night's sleep. I can wake up early. I can eat something before my match, and I can just feel good about it. So for Tialier's Concoction, We are going to need to go to more, so I think I know the exact order I go. All right, we'll start at 5110. And go. Having knowledgeable people kind of only helps when you can't talk because you're concentrating. I like more personality-based couches or people who are interacting with something they aren't as familiar with. Just like most of everyone watching to add or ask questions. I would say both work very well. I'd say a good commentator is a good commentator regardless of how much they know. But if you've got a good commentator that does know, it can lead to some incredible moments. Like, I will just use myself as an example. And I don't want to mean this as like, I'm the best commentator ever. But I remember there was a clip that GDQ posted and got like, you know, went viral or whatever, got popular. Was me commentating for Blanks doing Elden Ring and explaining the Malekith script in real time as he was doing it, just like, you know, going through it. And like, people really liked that. Or similarly, Ashwin in Regal's Dark Souls run, explaining the duping where you have to like underflow the number by setting the count in this, you know, and she's explaining it in real time as he's doing it. Also awesome. Like, you can have some really good moments if somebody actually does know. But again, that's not the only way that you can do it. A good commentator can make it be fun regardless, but I think a knowledgeable and great commentator is your best possible bet, and then a great commentator. Oh, it's more up than this. Okay, hold on. I need to redo the routing here. A great commentator that doesn't know is second best, and then a, you know, okay commentator that knows the run well is usually your third best, although you might want just a mix of the two. Somebody who's a great commentator but doesn't know, and somebody who, you know, maybe has less experience but does know, makes a good combo. And then obviously you don't want somebody who's not that great of a commentator and also doesn't know the game. Then you're, you know, then you're asking for trouble. Spending while it's happening is poggers, but it's hard. Yeah. It's a video that made me follow you on Twitch. Nice. 8F and Mitch are great at commentating. Thank you. And yeah, 8F is one of the obvious goats. Okay, it's this way if you're going to Tialier. I was going the way to go down to the forge, and yeah, that was not correct. I didn't know what they're talking about. It's just better that way. It depends on the exact, like your commentator doesn't have to know every single detail the whole time. It's okay for the commentator to ask, and often good if the commentator asks, but so I have to have met Tialier, I believe, and then I go back to 3-Path Cross, and then more will give me the thing, and then I think that's right. Most commentators are duos. Generally, one is more knowledgeable, while the other is more play-by-play stuff. Exactly. You want people that complement each other. It's not about there's one style of commentary that's always the best. It's that you want a bit of each. I like to try to be both. Like, maybe not both at all moments, but both whenever each is needed. And try to be like, you know, the counterpoint to whoever I'm commentating with. Which is an extra hard thing to do.
Give this, he asked me.
the tarnished.
No, no. I am the tarnished, but don't talk to me. Just watched my only up from GDQ from last year. Nice. Did you like it? That wasn't my favorite run I've done at GDQ, but I did like it. It was pretty cool.
Sorry. Oh, I have to say it's wonderful. I don't think I'll have to think. You two, I'll mix up. If you find your sleepers, then take this concoct for you for all.
Okay, and there we go. And then I think you put it at you died, you mark it. I don't know. The square timings for the markings is so confusing to me. So I'm hoping that I have roughly the right marking timings for squares, but good morning. This one, I'm pretty sure the moment you drink. So why is it like, how am I supposed to know? Like, it's so confusing. Because it says drink, not die to it. But then others are like, once you get control back after something happens. Like, put Flora Sax to sleep isn't the moment that you give her the thing, nor is it the moment she, like, goes into the animation of I'm falling asleep. It's after your character, like, hands it to her, stands back, goes back to attention. Then you can mark it. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's confusing. I think Aggie marked it upon death. Okay, I'll mark it upon death and whatever. If I lose a square due to mismarking the timings, I mean, it is what it is. I just don't know well enough. Like, hopefully nobody is going to get mad at me if I accidentally cheat and mark something early. I just don't know. And if I mark something too late and they just say, that's part of the knowing you don't get the square, I'm not going to complain about it either. I'll be like, whatever, it's fine. Bingo, police! And yeah, if I do cheat, though, hopefully they will take it away from me, right? If I cheat and it makes the difference of them getting the square versus me getting the square, it'll properly get taken away, and I'll go, dang, okay, didn't know that. Per Season 4 rules, drinking Jolly or Concoction Square marked at loading screen. So not even you died, it's after you died, it's at the loading screen. So there's maybe a slight problem with that.
Just give me.
Let me see if I can even mark on loading screen. The game might steal my cursor in the loading screen. No. Okay, I can mark in loading screen. I have to get my cursor off of Elden Ring before I get into the loading screen, but as long as it's already off of the screen, it'll stay there. Something we only learn by doing, so just do your best. Yeah. Okay, next, acquire 3 DLC Ashes of War. Ashes of War. There's obviously Savage Lion's Claw. I think that's the only good one. There's the Beetle at the Forge in Skidoo Altus. Dun, 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 dun. When is bingo? In 12.5 hours it starts. Or no. 11.5 hours. In 11.5 hours, bingo starts. What's the third one that I would get? I know of... I think I wanted to always go for... the... Rolling Sparks, I think is the one that I always went for, or you would go for E-Dread. But I think you can get to Rolling Sparks faster than you could kill E-Dread because you'd have to set up for Edred. Well, maybe you have to set up for... Hold on. We're going to test something. I'm going to test getting the DLC Ash of War square without upgrading it all. Club only. Ash of War. Because if I can do that, that saves a lot of time. Hello. And if it sucks, if no upgrade club just like is absolutely the worst thing ever for getting the Ash of Wars, then I can, you know, actually get a weapon for it, but we'll see. Do Ashes of War that come on weapons count? No. That should probably be specified in the rule, but oh well. Alright. So pretend like we're going just like this. So start at 102.20. Like, the main reason that it wouldn't make sense for it to count the Ashes of War already on weapons in this particular event is because it's randomized. So, like, if you just randomly get a weapon that has an Ash of War on it, you win. And if you randomly, you know, don't get a weapon with an Ash of War on it, you lose, would be pretty disheartening. Easy win. Thanks for Bushy, and indeed Domo says explicitly that you have to mark Tialier's on the loading screen. Okay. On the loading screen. Good that I practiced that so that now I know. How do you plan to get the Rolling Star Scarab out of the air? I plan to throw darts at it that I'm going to buy from Tialier. I don't know if there are better darts, faster darts to get than the ones from Tialier, but I know that I can buy 20 from Tialier for pretty cheap. Why no pair? Because it's faster. None of them says to kill Laxasia with a branch from the Erd Tree. So this bingo sucks. Yeah. Why don't we kill Laxasia, who's in a different game, with a branch from the Erd Tree? That would obviously be the correct thing. Why don't we? Why don't we? I agree. I agree. Why don't we? It would be much better if we had to go into Laxasia. Maybe that's one of the secret center squares that he's saving.
You the Tarnet lady let us another Tarnet. My name is I too. So here's to new. Well, I'm as weak as I've always been. I'm afraid the. Sorry.
So that's my plan to get it out of the air, is those throwing darts right there. Like, it is a little slower to go by Tialier than to go like around by the forge, but I feel like that's got to be the fastest darts that you can get. At least that I know of. What sound would you build into if your weapon was branch from the Erd tree? That sounds like a faith, like definitely at least partially faith to me. And like, how big of a branch are we talking? If it says branch from the Erd tree, but it's actually just an entire like tree in itself, then that's a strength faith weapon. If the branch is just like a little like whippy branch, then that could be a dex faith. That's already a weapon? The sunflower? You know, it kind of is. Okay, we go to Morth Ruins first. Because it's probably a little slower, but like way safer than just going straight there. I mean, somebody could snipe it from me by going directly without getting the Morth Ruins race first, but I mean, if they do that, I mean, GG to them. They deserve it. Although, actually, maybe it would actually be better to get the Fort of Reprimand Grace for safety instead. I don't know. And then it would actually be worth it to level up our Skidoo a few times for this. And hopefully that's enough for us to kill the Scarab and not die. Go around to not get seen. Okay, that works. A pretty scary scarab. It kind of is. Tough beetle. It was hanging on for a while there. Let's go. Have you watched any Night Rain character trailers? Did they do individual character trailers? I've watched generally Night Rain trailers. I watched the like most recent that I know of, like Night Rain overview trailer or something. Surely the dog doesn't actually... Yeah, they actually, like, don't come up here. So then I just get it up against the wall. Meow. And there would be my 3 DLC ashes. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. It was not that bad. 9 minutes IGT, and we have Skidoo Altus access. That's... And we could go to the front for, like, Hippo as well after. So, yeah, upgrading a weapon could have made those Scarab kills faster. But overall, it's faster not. So if that's a true rush, I think you do it club only, just like that. That was pretty good. They did an individual one for Iron Eye. You know that much. Cool dude. Ah, you need for the bow one. Did 2 for each class except Revenant and Executor. Also, Executor, Executor. Oh, add an emote. Okay, next one is 2 full DLC armor sets. So obviously that's always the one by Red Bear. And then the second one is going to almost always be Egon, unless you need to not lock yourself out of Egon. Well, you're here. Can I ask a favor? Absolutely. What is it you need? Oh, Captain, my Captain. Also, yo, what up, Domo? Please have your player overlay set up just for footage. Oh, like right now? You want it shown on screen right now? You can cut some stuff. Ah, okay, yeah. I can set that up right now. Can do. Let me swap this, and then this was what I had for the Souls Guesser, so I'm gonna change this image out. Hold on just a sec. Assets. Da-da. This one? It looks like it. Okay. Oh, it's like it's like too big for my screen. It's like a 1440. There we go. Oh, is that like the same size as I had already? Oh, it's slightly different size, so I would adjust my screen. So, and then camera. Would go in front of that, down here, if I remember right, and we'd slightly crop it. Whatever, close enough. And then the bingo board would go there. Does that look good? Free preview. I don't have the board going currently, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Kirby screen. Okay. That looks like it. And then I would just I'll add the board and make my camera fit perfectly, but oh, also Elden Ring scooted over slightly. There we go. Question mark? Oh, it's still like way too far over. Weird. Bunch of black space on the left. So now it needs to be tiniest bit bigger. There we go. Now we've got it. I think. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, gap on the right. Yeah, I had to fix that. I think there's no gap now, so I think actually set up this time. Okay. Cool. Is that good enough, or do you need it? Do you need anything more? Need anything else? Gap up top. There is. What am I? How is there gaps? Here. Surely that's no gap. Right? I mean, like, Elden Ring itself kind of has, like, a dark top to it. If I go like this. Yeah. Yeah. Bingo layout. Yeah. No gap, no printer. Okay. Well, you guys aren't going to know what square we're doing now, but I could play like this. Also, did my camera? Why did my camera move? Down, whatever. It's fine, it's fine. Is it fine? It's probably fine. Resizing things is tough. Oh, that looks nice. There we go. There we go. A little white border around it. There we go. Very bien. Yes. I'm not gonna worry about the board though now. That would be so much. But chat, you guys get to scooch up just a little. Top white border is thinner than the rest. All right. Zoodle wants me to adjust by 1 pixel. Is it now even? Is it now? More. Okay, wait. 1 more pixel. How about now? Is it now? Is it now even? Is it perfect now? Now left 1 pixel. Okay, all right, all right. No, that's got to be worse. What? No. Other way. Other left. Haha. Huh? There you go. Okay, all right. Surely Zoom won't break this? You know, who knows? Who knows? Perfect. Chat too high, though? What? No, chat's probably fine where they are. Right? Oh, God, it does ruin everything. Why is it so off? Why is the zoomed so off? What? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It can't hurt you. Wait, no, it moved. Wait, when it zooms, it moves. Oh, I have to turn off that redeem. What happened? How does the zooming move it? How did this happen? Down 1? Maybe. It moves to its original place. That doesn't... I don't think that makes sense. I think. Wait. Hold on a sec. Let me go back to my original scene here. I'm very confused. Whatever. We'll turn off Zoom for the day. It's fine. We'll just turn off Zoom for the day, and I won't worry about it, and it's fine. And there's the Zoom, and the overlay is ruined. We just nobody redeem that. Day of. Did you set parameters in OBS? Yeah, I had to in order to get the Zoom thing to work. Because it's very silly. Okay, anyway, what was I doing? Oh, 2 full DLC armor sets. I'm surprised my opponent hasn't gotten it yet. They must be really slacking. I pinky promise not to. Good. Okay. 2 full DLC armor sets. I think is always Red Bear and Egon if it doesn't lock you out. More if Egon would lock you out. Need to see you play zoomed or not. Yeah. Okay. So I would just rush up to Egon, kill him, rush to the thing. I don't think I would even upgrade my club. I think it would be faster not to. So let's try that. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is when we'll start. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't set it tonight, but I don't think that matters. Looking forward to the bingo matches. It's one of the most fun things to watch on Twitch. Yeah. It is a lot of fun. Oathseeker Night set out of the question. It's not out of the question. I just think it's slower. I mean, you could go Oathseeker instead of more. Maybe. That actually might be faster than making more sad. It actually probably is faster than making more sad. Now that I think about it. Angus. Tomorrow about to go crazy. Yup. I wonder if it's actually decent at a static target. The No, I think it still is just R1ing. And make sure to be in the middle of an attack whenever he starts screaming, so it doesn't knock you back. Just take advantage of your poise. That's what happens if you're not in the middle of a swing. Don't miss as well. Targeting is probably just a good idea. Wow, this really does take a while with no statuses or anything. Maybe it would be faster to, like, grab... the Savage Lion's Claw just so that I could make this bleed or cold. Because otherwise, this takes forever. Wouldn't it be easier to grab a weapon first or upgrade? Easier? Sure. I didn't think it would be faster, though, because, like, that takes a while to you know, get a weapon up, but... No, I'm kind of... Yeah, I really was not expecting it to take this long. This is an absurd amount of time. But we got it eventually. Armor set pick up somewhere near the gravesite plains, or are you remembering something wrong? There is one in, like, the way back of the gravesite plains that you have to go, like, all the way around for. Which is the problem. It takes a while to get to. I don't know if it took longer than attacking Egon did, but... Because, yeah, it's already been like 6 minutes since we started, because we started at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, there's got to be something faster than that. I think unupgraded club only is not the way. Convince someone to get you a spiked club instead. Oh, that would do it. I mean, if you were really rushing it, maybe you would go for that one. Just since Egon takes so long. Or you get yourself set up with all your equipment, and then if your opponent hasn't yet gotten it, you get to kill Egon quickly. And if your opponent did get it, you're like, oh well, at least I'm set up. Right, without a weapon, that would, yeah, that would not be better. Turns out. Or with finding a weapon first. Sorry, I completely, I don't know what I was talking about. Is Egon for the full armor set? Yes. Egon gives a full armor set. It's almost always not worth it because he's involved in 3 other squares. Well, the thing is, there's so few other squares on these boards that he actually often is worth it. Because you're looking at like a full board of DLC squares, and that's what there was in Season 4. But for the format we're doing now, there's only a third as many DLC squares, and then there's a third base game squares and a third combined squares. And of those, none require Egon, except for acquire Egon's Furled Finger as a co-op. There's only that one more that's added. For the rest, all being diluted down by a third. So that would be the 2 full armor sets. But yeah, let's... Because if instead we went to there, then you have to go around back, loop all the way back around there for that armor set. But that still is probably faster than we got Egon, because that took almost 10 minutes. Well, 18 minutes on the file, which... But we started at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vare plus Egon, yeah. That does happen, but like... That is only assuming that it's on the board. If it's not on the board, then you're pretty fine to do it. Okay, but I do know where that armor set is, but... Good to know that you either probably want to upgrade your weapon, which might give up the square, but then at least you have an upgraded weapon, or go for the gravesite plain one. It's a little bit of a gamble either way, so I feel like getting your weapon set up is usually going to be your best bet. Get your weapon set up, go immediately kill Egon, and then get the other one. I think it would be about the same time overall, and you have a weapon set up. Okay, next, acquire Verdigris Discus. Which I'm not... I think it's Verdigris and not Verdigris. But... This is just a collecty one, so I don't need to worry with, like, setting up everything perfectly. It is, huh? But I do want it to be night. Less vision range for enemies. And we'll start at 1, 3, 4, 4, 5. I wonder if there's any, if anyone kept track in Season 4 of if there was a race for the first square on the board and one person won that race for the first square, how often they won the match. So, like, if both players just went for different things, like, you can't really count, like, who technically marked their square first, because it's like, you know, one was doing something that set up and one was doing something that got done earlier or whatever. But if they raced for a square and somebody got it, I wonder how often that player just won the match. I feel like it's got to be like a high percentage, like 80 or 90%. That if you snipe away the first square from your opponent, you're just in like a very commanding spot. Oh! Imagine if like we had those stats ready for the Bingo Brawlers commentators. Like they have like in actual, you know, sports. They'll have like the stats guy in the background who will feed the commentators interesting facts to say during the broadcast. Publish stats at the end of every season. Billion-dollar industry, they don't do that. I know. Them making billions of dollars like this. And not even giving us the stats that we so desire. Okay, full rush. Straight to High Road Cross. Oh. Excuse me. Show the overlay screen one more time for like 30 seconds. Yep. And we can still bingo to the square. You're not that guy, pal. Remember the bingo GDQ commentated? That was intense at the end. Decided at a Red Bear fight. Yep, both of them were doing it. Died a few times and finally one got it. Yep, it ended up... The square difference was a little too... Oh, I could have jumped early. Wait, I'm not used to seeing it from this direction. I need to see the spot. That's the spot. But if I'm coming from this direction... What's that gonna look like? Okay, so I'm coming across over here. I stay left. I see that first set of rocks. The second set of rocks with this guy next to it. And you immediate up. Immediate up, not forward anymore from that. Okay. The bingo board is gone. Well, even if I did have it on the screen, are you guys going to be able to see it in that tiny upper... Also, why did it move again? Who zoomed? Who zoomed? Oh my god. You can't just zoom on me. Oh my god. Those darn zoomers. Who zoomed? Don't sacrifice me. No. You're gone. Gone forever, buddy. You had your chance. First liking bows and now this. When will it end? When will it end? Everything in one seed instead, so it's easier for you to get 4 players all set up. Nice. All right. So I think you can just always go down right here. It's always scary, but I don't die, so...
Have I the rest of my biddies for assisting?
Yo, Dom, thanks for the biddies. Let's go. An even 200 left. Ah, nice. Most people have like 7 left. Talking about liking bows. Great bows are kind of amazing against mid-tier. Oh, okay. I can't say I've ever tried. Boom, and then the board was not still up. There we go. Okay, so I know how to do that one. That's a pretty fast one and gets you map progress. I do like acquire verdigris discus as a first square. Next, put Florisax to sleep. EP. Nadir is DS3 DLC dragon, right? Yes. Yes, DLC. Yes. One of the dragons that people put as either the best dragon FromSoft has ever made or the worst dragon that FromSoft has ever made, and never anywhere in between. Well, maybe like second best or second worst if, you know. Oh, it was the worst, but then Senesax, or it was the best, but then Bale. Going to be controversial and put him in between. You just have to be controversial, eh? Okay, so Florisax to sleep. We need Tialier's concoction. So it's actually more Tialier. Oh, then we have to kill ADM. It's basically just the drink Tialier's concoction square, but then you also have to kill ADM. Well, I mean, I guess we can kind of practice as if ADM was our rush as well. So we'll start at 144.10. So now we're thinking about what is good against Ancient Dragon Man specifically. Wild Strikes. But it's probably Gargoyle's Greatsword. Which only needs 12 strength and is non-somber. Please. I don't know what vacuum slice is. Didn't stop at Smithing Stone 6 anymore. We finally learned. There's no staggers on ADM, so skip that. Vacuum Slice is nice. It's nearly impossible to land on an NPC. Well, then it's not really nice for our purposes, I guess. Goofy crossbow build, but they genuinely suck in DS3. Dang. Crossbow builds peaked in DS2. Like, I could still get, Savage Lion's Claw. It's just I don't have enough money to make my weapon Frost, so it wouldn't do too much. Yo, what up, Pasconcio? Oh, whoops. I did this in slightly the wrong order. I should have gone to Tialier first. Would have shaved a warp. I haven't done DS1 with a great bow yet. This one is great with bow, save for like 3 bosses. Which 3? 4 kings? Question mark? Four Kings is the worst. Aha! I knew it. It's like he has ESPN or something. What up, AGNL? Then we go Tialier. Hard to get off shots with the ads. Yeah, that makes sense. So then we go back to now main gate cross. Maybe it's only 2 bosses that suck.
Together, many things. Give this, he asked me,
Well, I'm not as weak as I've always been. I'm afraid the... Sorry. Oh, I have to say it's wonderful. I don't think I'll have to... you two, I'll mix up. If you find sleep is then take this concoct for you, for all.
Okay, and then we go through ADM, which is the part that's gonna really suck. The voice actor for Egon really just went all out. Oh! The thing is that in a real match, the square could have a lot of synergies. That's true. certainly could. Am I winning? Well, we're practicing, so yes. I am winning at practice. Which is something that's realistic to want and attainable. So let me see what vacuum... Oh, that's what vacuum slice is. Oh, yeah! You might be able to hit an NPC with that. Yeah, you can. Doesn't do a ridiculous amount of damage, but... it's decent. Honestly, this weapon, pretty nice. Wonder if I could have vacuum sliced him in time there. Probably not. Because I did not think I could get in range to actually just hit him normally in time. Bad ADM. Okay, not the worst thing ever. It's slow to kill ADM first, but it's not the worst thing ever. Serpent Bone Blade, that's the poison one. I wouldn't swap, but I bet a lot of other players would swap for that. One said voice actor deserves more love than he got for his shouty parts too. These guys should have met. A tragedy, really, yep. I mean, the main thing is, like, Hornsent's best lines are only on one branch of his story. That is very easily very missable. I think that's a lot of the reason why he doesn't get as much love. Because I'll bet the people that got that were like, I loved Hornsent. And then the people that didn't get that were like, what are you talking about? Hornsent was like a nothing. He didn't even do anything. And then they're like, oh, okay, you're right. Also, Egon's always your friend. And Hornsent, you know, turns against you. And so I think it's easier to be like, even though I liked the voice lines, I had to fight him, so Madge. Well, it's interesting if you don't summon for Mesmer. Exactly.
It would be the fool and your... Yeah, now, there you will land, but devour. I will in the name...
It's like a character because they're in your in-game enemy is not based. I mean, it kind of is based. Depending. I think that was the right marking timing. It was as soon as I saw my weapon reappear. Was my cue of, like, I now should have control of my character, I think. Ding! Very few people I didn't like solely because they tried to kill me, right? Like, I think Sekiro, that's not a problem. I think people still love Genichiro as a character. People still love, like, Owl as a character, Ishin as a character. But I think especially if you're annoyed at the fight, like, or you find it frustrating, I think it's easier to be like, well, I don't like the character anymore. Like, I could see somebody being like, I don't like Ishin anymore because, you know, I got stuck on his fight for, you know, 7 days. So. But you're playing the main character. I am the main character. That's me. All right. 5 hefty pots. Is there any way to do that without going to Bonnie Village? Because obviously you can get the one in Scorched Ruins. You can get the 3 in Bellarat Jail. 2 in Bonnie Village. Is there any other one that would be faster than Bonnie Village to get? If all we need is one more? Like, I don't know. 1 in the jail. Yeah, but then that's even, like, further out. You're... Right, you basically, you have to go into Bellarat Jail. Like, almost always, because otherwise you're stuck kind of at 4. There's not really a 5th convenient one. Bonnie is the fastest. Okay, that makes sense. Yo, what up, TQ Bingo? That's what I expected. So then it's probably only one of the 2 in Bonnie. Actually, it might be both in Bonnie so that you can skip one of the ones in Bellarat Jail because the final Bellarat Jail one, I mean, both of them where you have to, like, climb up on the pots is slightly slow. I'm actually not sure. There's 6 that you could get at almost the same speeds, no matter which one you cut out. Hey. All right. A good thing just happened. I just yawned. I'm kind of tired, which is great because it means I'll hopefully actually be able to sleep and not be too excited for my matches tomorrow. Okay, so I would go grab the one at Scorched Ruins. 3 path cross. Maybe I skipped the one at Scorched Ruins, actually? No, I don't think that makes sense. I think it's Scorched Ruins, 3 path cross. Go immediately to Bonnie. Grab... Might just be grab 1 in Bonnie. Grab 1 in Bonnie. How far out is the second one? It's not too far. But the other 3 are all in the jail. Probably grab the hefty pot in the pot room in Shadowkeep. That's something that could be done. Yeah, but if you're in Shadowkeep, you're going through Bonnie. You could skip Bellarat Jail then. You could do... Scorched Ruins, 2 in Bonnie Village, 1 in Bonnie Jail, and then the last one in Shadowkeep if you wanted to skip Bellarat Jail. But if you're rushing it, I think you got to go Ballarat jail. And my question is just, is the slowest one in Ballarat jail faster or slower than the slower of the two in Bonnie Village? Is the only question. Because I'm pretty sure we go to the Scorched Ruins one. Is there something you do mid-game? Like, you never rush Hefty Pots. You could. There's a lot less rush squares this you know, event. Sometimes there's just nothing to rush. I've already had multiple boards where there was nothing to rush, and I just kind of had to do a mid-game square as my first square. I had one where the first thing I did was went all the way to Gaius. Like, that was like the first thing I did. Brave Norm and take the opposition by surprise. Oh! They'd never expect me to just be slower than I should be. Alright, we'll start at 2:03:10. Should have been 2:03:01, but 2:03:10. Yeah, that one's definitely a fast one to get. Alright, it's not a bad thing because it takes a lot of map anyway. You know what I mean? Yep. That's why I did it, right? Like it was a good play. It's just like, you know, I think there are a lot of things that are potential rushes when there just aren't that many good options because the board is less DLC squares. So, I just want to be ready for more things. And it's not like the Hefty Pots gets you no map progress, right? Gets you all the way to Bonnie. That's not bad. The real wasted time is getting into Ballarat jail. That's pretty wasted, but I mean, outside of that, you can get map progress the whole time. So I don't think 5 Hefty Pots would be a terrible rush. I don't think it's the best thing. But I think there is at least a 10% chance that on a board with 5 Hefty Pots, it is a consideration for first square. Not that it's the 100% best, but I think it's at least a consideration in at least 10% of the boards where it is picked. And I think it could be the best square in maybe at least like 3% of the boards that it's on. Like, I feel like the beginning of the match is easily the most important part. Because it's like, after that, the plans you can formulate around the board itself, but the, you know, one square swings, yes or no in the start, can just have, like, drastic consequences on one team being ahead and the other team being on the back foot and, like, having to go for lines or having to block or, you know, whatever else that makes them inefficient. Almost is done mid-game. You grab the 1 in Scorched Ruins, 2 in Bonnie, 1 in Bonnie Jail, last in the pot room in Shadowkeep. That's normally what you do. I mean, that's certainly the most, the least out of your way to do it, but... And that's what I would do in a lot of boards, I think, but I don't want to restrict myself to only knowing that. Actually, I don't even know where the 1 in Bonnie Jail is, so once I get the ones in Ballarat Jail and mark off the square, I'm going to find the 1 in Bonnie Jail, because I don't remember it. Plus the mental hit of getting sniped. That's true. It is a mental game. If you keep your composure, you can have ways to get back into the game. And if you lose your composure, it's over. Just say bye-bye. It is so dark. The very start, like, you drop down some pots. Okay, I don't really remember the layout of Bonnie Jail, so I will need to see it visually. Once I see it and have picked it up once or twice, you know, becomes muscle memory, but this would be me being a little greedy with it, stopping to pick up that grace. But let's assume no oh mother. So you would grab this. You would go, how do you make this across? I guess like that. It's really hard to see, so I wasn't sure I was going to make that. Go around. Close enough. Riley Dane waiting for me and I just ignore him. Well, I couldn't challenge him yet anyway, because you need to have, may the best win. Am I the only one who felt like a little surprised that Dane at the end was like super on board on Mikola's side? Like, he didn't show anything against Mikola, but I also just... He kind of just felt like a guy who was, like, chilling and just wanted to, like, duel. Like, I didn't really get his story of, like, why is he...
I'm very interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think about the DLC's areas? I feel most of them are just a lot more empty than base game areas.
I disagree.
No items, etc.
I think the only ones that are like that are the Finger Ruins and the woods. And outside of that, I think the DLC is much more densely packed with stuff than the base game is. You look at the mountaintops of the Giants, and you tell me the mountaintops of the Giants is more densely packed with stuff than anything in the DLC. Barring, of course, the ones that are on purpose empty of the Finger Ruins and the woods. Cerulean Coast kinda empty. I have a Jagged Peak and Cerulean Coast. I mean, there's definitely stuff at the Cerulean Coast. Ways to go, things to find. Like, it's... Like, there's multiple bosses down there. There's paths to different things. I feel like there's still stuff there. Jagged Peak is pretty, like, linear, but, I mean, I feel that if something's linear, it can't really, to me, feel that empty. It's true that there's not a lot there. But, I mean, there are several bosses at the very least. And it is... And this way, around... No, I went the wrong way. Hold, wait. I have lost myself. Okay, right. It's here. Slightly more. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And then you go straight through to go around to the left to excuse me on this guy up here. Boom. There would be my 5th. But if I was going for 6 for no apparent reason, we'd turn around, go back this way, go up this, follow this along here, stay to the left to get on top of this, and there's 6. Okay, now let's look at the one in Bonnie Jail. Mountaintops also has several bosses at the very least. But, like... well, we don't get to see anything in the base game. It's got a few bosses, but they're, like... I feel like they still feel so spread out. That was my 4th. No, it wasn't.
And get this, /oops.
It was my 5th and then my 6th. Because I have 6.
Now that's good for the environment. Hey, how do you know so much about oops? I crapped my pants. Well, I'm wearing them. And I just did.
Miscounted. Ah, gotcha. For streaming time so much, other streamers are live when you're asleep. Yeah. We get that degenerate and or European audience. So true, Gravity. So true. Okay, so let's see. Where in Bonnie is it? Drop down a pot. It's here? Yoop. 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 Any pots? Doesn't look like it's in this room. Now. In this... aha! Okay, that's not too hard to find. Well, you died. Well. Okay, hanging pot bell bearings. I'm pretty sure if you're rushing that, it's gonna be what do you call that? Prospect Town and near Ancient Dragon Man. Chat is on screen, is fully covered. Oh, sorry. Hey, I forgot. I went back to the wrong scene after swapping scenes for Domo. The one in backside if you want to get some map. Right, right. But that's a decision you'd have to make. If there's a different one to rush, then you'd go for it. I feel like always rushing for one square is a good idea, which maybe I'm just wrong on. But I feel like it's worked out for me to always have one rush square and then make my decision from there as to what to do next. Just like starting with some initiative always feels good. Hey, what up, Ben? Okay, so we'd want to practice this with singular default weapon. Enter key is in a bad spot in that computer. Keep hitting half sentences. Yeah, that is annoying when that happens. All right, we'll start at 2:18:10. So, start with Prospect Town. Ooh, actually, though, perform the grave skip. So, it would actually be grab the Scorched Ruins, then Prospect Town, then do the skip, get the bell bearing. I think that would be the best. Normally, if you have 3-path cross, you would not do the skip, but because the bell bearing is like right at the skip, I think that it is worth it itself. It's time. Vengus. It's too fun. It is quite fun. Keys are the same height. The enter key is almost the same size as the other key, so it's hard to just feel the enter key with your fingers. So I have practiced the getting the hanging pot bell bearing here a little. We scoot along here till we're right up next to this, and then we apparently swung left too early. You know, I shouldn't have mentioned that I practiced for it. That's the recipe for not getting it. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Just wait a little before you do it. You know, beating the game with every enemy replaced with a dragon sounds fun. Yeah, fun. Yeah. Definitely fun. Friend did an all bail run, so many quit outs. Yeah, you'd kind of have to. Okay, so then the practice on this one, go to where the birds are, go left of them. Slightly more left than you'd think, so that the pot is there. Walk key off, swing backwards like that. Okay. Get invaded, but that's okay. Run out of the invasion. And move on with our lives. Also, I should have marked it as I got it. Perfect execution. Easy. Thing. And honestly, like, it doesn't lose that much time to go for that one either. You're kind of set up to now continue on to your regularly scheduled grab this grace, go to Altus, etc. Dong Mark sound is an awesome touch. Yeah, I like that they added that into the bingo program. All I have to do is tell it, yes, do that. Okay, lastly, Mikola Crosses. Skip Morth was the big one for not getting it sniped away. Skip, not Morth, skip more. Skip more. So it's 3-path, Tialier, Morth, High Road, Ensis. And then the Ensis one, I'm going to need to remember the exact skip. Okay. Skip pity. I don't like that. Worst thing about the bingo runs, we never see any bow cancels. Yep, they did not start us with a bow. I am the Rizzler. Cardinal Mesmer run, but that spear throw attack will guaranteed hit you if you don't dodge roll or block it, and that knocks you off torrent. Ah. Just don't get hit. Okay, so that straight to Tialier. Down, up. That. Okay. And we'll start at 25, 25. Does DLC and base game runner both start with 50 vigor? Only DLC runner, because the DLC just hits too hard. There's nowhere you can go where you wouldn't get one shot at base vigor. So that would be a little annoying if, like, it's basically just required that everyone at the start leveled up their vigor in order to do DLC. So you just have it. Whereas in base game, you can get away with low vigor in a lot of areas, and you only need to upgrade it once you're doing some dangerous stuff. So, like, you can get away with not having, like, 50 or 60 vigor in base game, at least for a good while. Grabbing this grace might be greedy. It would depend on the map, whether I would even want to. Okay, there's one. $50 vigor for DLC is like 10 vigor for base game. Kind of, yeah. I love when that ballista hits the random knight just standing there in the head. And you get the chunky stagger sound. There's two. I'm being greedy again. Grabbing the grace. Oh, it did not give me my jump. That is a rare occurrence. Usually, when you jump that early, it'll let you jump, but not this time. So that would probably lose me the square, but it would still be worth trying. Always possible that your opponent also had that happen. Sorry, alert. I can't see my alerts right now. Wait. I'll just tab out for a second. Mr. Kim, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. I saw the alert. I mean, we're not, like, really worried about the timing on this so much. Just me knowing where to go and what to do. All right. Like this would probably be an I lose the square situation, but it's like such a good rushable square. I feel like it might be the #1 square that people rush most often. And that is kind of for a reason. It is just kind of set up at all the spots you would want to go to anyway. And then Ensis at the end. Can catch the GDQ hotfix run, but looking forward to watching the VOD this weekend. Let's go. It was a fun run. Hope you enjoy it. Lasting America is probably on par with that. Yeah, those are probably the two. So that should be... Wait. That should be 4. So Leda apparently wants to talk to you, and that'll kind of overwrite the cross, so you gotta be very careful with it. Oh, not this way. Right, here's the thing I have to remember. It's you go into the river and drop down there. Thinking back to High Road Cross. This is how I would definitely lose the square if I don't remember that. So you would touch cross and head out to the right. Okay, that seemed like a pretty good spot to go down. And then you go over to here. Ooh, you want to land on that wall, though, so you can immediately get over. Because now instead, you'd have to jump over like this. And that would be the 5th one. Okay. It wasn't bad, but I want to practice that end for sure. So you head pretty much at this. No. Roughly to here. Taking some fall damage is fine. To here. Do you... What if you went... This... I kind of like that. That actually feels kind of good. Jump off torrent on your own means. And then just directly down. So you don't have to get the slow dismount animation. I think that's good. Also, could I go even further this way at all? There's no way, right? Yeah, there's no way. Unless, is that something over there that you could jump down? I don't know that that'd be even faster, but... I think we'll just do the safe way down that we know now, and then we'll just... go from there. So go to this spot right here. Manually jump off. Touch that. And boom. Okay. Cool. I think that's all the rush squares I wanted to practice. So with that, I know it's a little early, but we got an early day tomorrow. So I think we call it here for the night. Who let that cat in? And I get up nice and early, set everything up. Remember to turn off zoom in for the actual match tomorrow so that it doesn't mess up my camera. And hopefully win. Hopefully win both matches. We have a back-to-back, so it's gonna be a little rough. Killing it. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's pretty cool how seriously you go about practicing for this. I've been following the practice of some of the other participants as well, but mine is just on a different level. Well, thank you. I mean, the way that I practice is a speedrunner mindset. Do something over and over and over again until it's like nearly perfect. Then you do it in runs. It's going to be bad. Then you figure out what's bad and then you go back and practice it again. So like that's just the way I'm used to practicing. I feel a little bad because some people have not like been able to practice as much as I have been able to, but I don't know, it's been cool. How could you not win? You are Mitch win. Kazan? Nah. I gotta get up in the morning. We gotta be nice and fresh and ready. So I gotta get to sleep here. Good luck with the actual bingo. I won't be there for. All right. Thank you for the good luck. All right, let's raid. Let's raid. Oh. How about Banjo? Who's playing Dark Souls 2? Acclamation Adventure. I have no idea what that is. He's also doing Elden Ring DLC All Bosses Hit List eventually. Later. But, yeah. You watch it on YouTube. What channel will it be broadcast? It'll be broadcast on Captain Domo's channel is the main channel. I don't know if he multi-streams on YouTube. You can watch my perspective on my channel here. It's just going to look like this. Which, like, you'll be able to see the gameplay, but the board is going to go in that tiny square up on the top left, so you will not be able to see the square. Like, at all. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Domo streams on YouTube. If he does, you can watch the main broadcast on his channel as a live stream. And if not, you can watch my perspective. But again, the board will be tiny. So you're just going to have to follow only the action and not the board itself. But yeah. Let's raid Banjo. Yeah, thanks, Copy. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever in the world you all happen to be. And I will see you all later. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.